Hi, I'm Miriam, co-founder and COO of Keto Chow.
I'm Chris, and I'm dancing. I'm also a co-founder, president, and the technical guy behind Keto Chow. If you're brand new to Keto Chow, it's a nutritionally complete meal designed to make doing keto easy. We also have some electrolyte supplements that are amazing for everyday use and for keeping the dreaded keto flu away.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little bell icon for daily updates on all our Keto Chow happenings. Ding, ding.
Yep.
These live streams help us be accountable and stay on track. Thanks so much for joining us on our keto journey.
There you go. So Sonia was on way
Hey,
early.
Sonia.
Jeannie says, greetings. Jerry is on, and so is Debbie.
Hey, guys.
Let's see. Carol says hello there. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it
Candace
is.
is on as well. She had snickerdoodle keto chow for breakfast today.
Yes, sounds yummy.
Susan says good morning. Jen is on. Right Family says good morning. Krista says leaving for vacation a few. My keto chow is packed and ready to go.
Have fun. Be safe.
We have a bunch of keto chow in the fridge that we're probably going to end up taking with us when we drive away for vacation this weekend.
Right.
So, yeah, we're going to go camping.
Camping.
Lori says, good morning. Thanks for the Chow Club box. Love it.
Nice. I'm glad you got yours.
Kathleen says, good morning all. Fanny is on as well. He says, howdy. Sorry to be that guy, but there are volume issues.
Okay.
With us or with you?
Tell us what the volume issues are. You can't hear us at all. It's spotty. Boop, boop, boop.
Debbie says the volume is perfect on my end, and so does Shauna. So Heath, it's not me.
It's
you. So this is your shirts are awesome. I still am trying to figure out where I got this shirt from. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we should get another one. We should wear a pink one or something.
Nope, not gonna happen. Let's see. Sandra says good morning. Candace is on as well. Let's see. Heather says hello.
Hello.
Jerry says I hear you. Jen says, why did I wait until yesterday to make the drop biscuits? They're amazing.
Right, and they're not that hard either. They get like a little bit hard if you try to save them, but if you do like sausage and gravy, it doesn't matter.
We might actually want to make those
for
this weekend.
I want to make them
so
this
if
weekend.
you go to the recipes and more than the recipes,
yes,
you can just say drop. That'll actually find them. There they are.
Yep.
Keto Chow drop biscuits.
They're great for sausage and gravy. And then another thing, if you wouldn't mind going back one page, we are adding, this is news to you too, we're adding a section in the flavors that, I don't know if it's added or not, but we are going to add one that says any flavor.
Oh, any flavor.
So then if you are wondering like, well, I have 6 flavors, what do I want to make? You can just go to the any flavor.
So like and fat bombs.
Yeah, there's a lot of recipes that will work for any flavor, but some of them work better than others. So we're going to do that so that you can go to that option as well.
Why is there only one flavor for the vanilla? No, there's only one flavor for vanilla that had the word drop in it.
Oh, yes.
And see, like Keto Chow pudding, that would work with any flavor.
Any sweet flavor.
There you go.
Unless you want.
I mean, you could make taco pudding.
Ugh.
What the heck? Bring it on.
With ground beef, maybe.
Let's see.
Ew.
Oh, I forgot to scroll up. So
sorry.
Anyway, Cadence is ending June with a GKI lower than 1. There's some blood tests this afternoon to see how it's influencing everything else.
Oh, sorry.
Jerry says real men wear pink. You want a GKI lower than 1.
Oh, I was getting mixed up.
Glucose ketone index.
Indicator.
Wait.
Index. Indicator.
Amanda says good morning. Easy Cells says good morning. Ludo says morning chow hounds. Trying to decide whether I will order some super fat or perfect keto cookies.
Oh, that's a good.
Steve from Perfect Keto had a video about Perfect Keto is
doing that sale.
And the more
Joe
you
and
buy,
Rachel
the
said
more
that too.
Get, save, whatever.
Yeah, I need to not buy cookies because I don't want to eat them all day long.
That's true.
So if I just don't buy them, then maybe I'll not have them to try to not eat.
That's true. Okay. Glenn says, hi, everyone. Lisa J says, good morning. New to this Keto Chow journey. Excited to see how my 7-day reset will go.
Oh, yay.
Cadence says, the drop biscuits are the best keto biscuits I've ever tried. I think they're much better than the real thing.
Oh, thank you.
It's been so long since I've had actual biscuits.
I haven't had
I don't even know.
Real biscuits in forever.
And I did like Carrie Brown's biscuits that
have
the glucose.
I do like those biscuits too.
But I like the drop biscuits better.
I think they're a little bit easier,
Yeah.
but Carrie Brown's are good. I actually really like Carrie Brown's crackers, and I like Joe's Cheez-It crackers.
Speaking of Joe, he's on. Says, hey,
Oh,
everyone.
hey.
Elizabeth says, good morning. Can't wait for my Club box. Leanne says, good morning from cloudy Las Vegas. It's only 80 degrees. Bring on the rain.
Ooh, that's awesome. We're
That
having
is awesome.
flash floods in St.
Southern
George
Utah, yeah.
because we got rain after some terrible heat. So
Yep.
that's not
So the
awesome.
ground got all dried out and couldn't absorb anything. Shauna says, I want to make drop biscuits with vanilla to have strawberries and whipped cream.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
That would be good.
We do have that pound cake that's the pina colada pound cake that would work with multiple flavors too.
That's true.
That's fairly new.
Confident Fit Mom says, well, I don't have any more savory chicken soups, so I'd have to buy it in packs.
But that's not too bad. I mean, it's nice having them on hand.
Joe Ray's on. She put up a new video today.
Joe Ray.
Talking about goals.
Didn't she say it was her birthday like in a minute? I may be remembering it wrong.
Arr. Betty says taco drop biscuits. Elizabeth says, hey, Shauna. That says everybody. Becky's on as well. Right Family says I made Salisbury steak with beef soup base last night. It was
nice.
And Becky says that their internet is tanking.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get power back?
Maybe. Kaden says I want spicy taco jello with beef suspended in it. That would be good.
Ew.
That's like head cheese, man. That's head cheese right there.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I haven't even looked at head cheese since I went keto and started eating more weird stuff. So maybe I'd be fine with it now. Anyway, Cheryl says, want to thank you for helping me lose weight.
Well, thank you. Thanks for being on our team.
Team. You probably think that's a picture of my family. It's not.
It's the A-Team.
The IT Crowd, such a great British comedy.
So funny.
I think it's on Netflix, though I'm not sure. Crazy Camper says, Perfect Keto is having a good sale. Yep. Patsy says, good morning from Blackfoot, Idaho. I used 1 pack of new flavor and made ice cream. Becky says, Joe, are you on Xfinity or your hotspot? That's a good question. Laura says, good morning. I rescheduled my meeting today so I could make it in.
Oh, he's so glad to have you.
So privileged. Miriam and I have fun meetings today. So the
fun.
lipedema,
right.
they're having a symposium, I think. Is it free or?
Yeah, it's free. They have 10 webinars this month, and they've probably gone through, I guess this month is just about over. So this is probably the last one, right, for the month. Yep. And they've talked about multiple things that have to do with lipedema, keto, weight loss, and they're just really great. They have such good information, and it's really nice to hear from them. Anyway, they're going to be doing one this afternoon. It's at 3:00, I think.
I believe so.
And so we do have a blog post about it. We are sponsoring this month, and it's been really fun to just learn more about lipedema and lymphatic
we're
disorders.
Sponsoring it, so we should know more about this, right?
We should. I know we really should.
Red hair.
One thing that I really enjoy about this community with Lipedema Simplified is they have this. Do you remember what the little chart thing says? It's a little circle, and inside it says social, like you need your tribe, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's emotional, spiritual, physical, and what was the last one? Do you remember?
I don't.
All the different ways that you can,
I found it.
The things that they focus on to help you with your goals, right? So spiritual, physical, social, mental.
It is, right there.
Oh, there it is. Physical, mental, psychological are together, emotional, spiritual, and social.
It looks like that link isn't working.
Oh, maybe we should message them.
Yeah.
So hopefully they still got people somehow.
Yes.
But anyway, they have those cool free webinars that we're going to be on one this afternoon for just a few minutes.
Yep.
They're neat people.
And then we're going to go do other stuff. Yeah.
Other stuff.
Let's see. Michael says, good morning. Chunky monkey here, and it's raining morning. And it's a rainy morning. I'm loaded with asphalt, sitting and waiting since 7:30 this morning.
Oh.
Okay, so that eventually cools down, right? How long do you have before it's a severe problem? I mean,
Yeah.
that's a huge mass, right? So it probably takes a long time to cool off, but I mean,
Man.
you don't want a load full of hardened asphalt. That would be terrible. Or
Yeah.
bitumen if you are British.
It's not like it turns around like a cement truck,
Well,
right?
let's see, it was on MythBusters. They
Mm-hmm.
had actually gotten a cement truck that was stuck, and the back end completely was full of hardened cement.
Oh,
That's
that's
when
right.
they
And they blew
blew
it
it
up.
up.
That was a
The-
fun video.
they're
We
like,
don't want your truck to have to blow
the
up,
cement mixer here,
Michael.
where did it go?
Oh, I don't know. That was
Elizabeth
a fun one.
says, can't have any sweet goody treats for me. No
I
control.
know, that's the thing. And I keep always telling myself, I'm like, I'm buying it for the kids. And they will eat it. And
Yeah, they
they'll eat
will.
it all gone. And then I'll be mad I didn't get any. And I'm
Jerry
like, well, why am
says,
I doing this to myself?
some things are too much of a trigger for me, so I
Mm.
just avoid some keto-friendly products. I saw this from Highfalutin Low Carb making a Kentucky butter bunt cake bake-off. I'd eat way too
Oh,
much, and I hate butter.
yeah, that one keeps coming up after our live streams. That specific video, I keep seeing it. So,
Oh. And Lisa says, I got my Chow Club box. Awesomeness.
yay,
Kaden
Lisa.
says, one warning, the Keto Chow drop biscuits don't work well with jam because of the deliciously umami flavor. That's why you need to make biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
You just take some sausage,
Mm-hmm.
brown it. You can throw in some onions if you want, maybe
Yep.
some garlic.
If you don't want to, that's fine
And
too.
then to make the gravy is super easy. You take heavy cream and you pour it in the browned sausage until you're like, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah.
And then you let it simmer and kind of start to come to a boil, and then that's it. You're done. It thickens up because of the heavy cream, and that's it. It's so easy.
So great.
And it's essentially carnivore unless you put the onions and garlic in there, which are delicious.
Yeah.
Let's see. He says, "Hey there, Shauna. Sorry, it's on the phone with the attorney."
Oh.
Let's see. Blue Dove wants. Oh, they're asking. Shauna says, "Ew, any food that begins with head. That's a note for me." I'm not even
Right.
sure why they call it head cheese because it's bits of meat held together with gelatin. Older Pennsylvania says, "Good morning, everyone. Day 3 of dairy-free and absolutely no appetite with this heat. I didn't even have coffee. Hey, me either. If I
Yeah.
can't enjoy it, there's no point." Oh, and yes, Matreya's birthday is July 4th. And we were talking about
Joe
Joe
Ray.
Ray,
I can't remember.
which apparently you guys are the same age. She talked about last.
That's right.
Jessica is on. Lynette finally got on from the awesome Keto Chow storefront.
It's like she was helping someone or doing
Yeah.
something.
By the way, Lynette, I messed with your headset today. I still need to finish, but it should actually ring now.
In case anybody wants to know.
Ron says, "Good morning, Bears and Chow fam. That time of month and quarter end, so ear hustling.
Oh,
Caramel
man.
macchiato, hot and cold this AM." Lori says that she's running errands, listening in the car. Welcome, Lori.
Lori.
Let's see. Patty says, "Oh yeah, let's see. I'm talking about other stuff that we're not going to talk about until tomorrow because it's not the first of the month yet." Floyd says, "Good morning, everyone." Matreya is on.
Hey.
Julie says, "Good morning. Got my box yesterday. Thank you."
Nice.
Let's see. Luzef says Jamie likes his big boom. That's right. Jamie liked big boom. Sean says, "For me, I'll put cookies in the freezers. Nuts are my nemesis."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It just slows you down. Matreya says, "I have difficulty staying away out of the spouse's bars and cookie treats."
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Two Crazy Keto is talking about the different cookies. Says there are different types of cookies between perfect keto and super fat. I prefer the perfect keto ones. I like high key over super fat.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
tried the super fat cookies.
Haven't either.
I have only tried their nut butters.
Yep. Debbie says onion and garlic and everything.
Yeah.
Julie says her sister is visiting from Belize.
Well,
She says there's no way to do keto there. Meat is too expensive.
Oh, can you do tuna fish?
That's meat.
Can you do ground beef? Hot dogs.
Mama Warren, Rachel's mom, her birthday is July 4th.
Sarah's is?
And Shauna says head cheese is like premature spam. Libby is on. Morning, all good time. Long time to watch. Huffnet says, "Good morning. Made it here. Ready to learn things." Well, too bad. We're not learning nothing.
Oh, Libby, how are you doing?
Let's see. Petite D says, "Morning, Mom and Papa Bear. Back live. Who am I?"
Glad you're here, Petite. I love seeing your little face.
Jen says, "I'm enjoying the fast snack cookies." And yeah, Mike says, "Good morning. I'm just lurking over here." Is that because it's not 115 degrees in Las Vegas today, Mike? Come on, what's up with that?
Yeah, are we almost done with comments? I have something to say.
What was the oh, Mike posted on Facebook a couple days ago. I don't know if it was real or if it was fake, but it was a science fair experiment that said,
Oh,
what percentage of sawdust can you add to Rice Krispie treats before people notice?
they said they could do it on anything.
And the thing I liked most about it was there was a picture of Joseph down in the bottom corner. I figure he put that there for me. Kaden says I
Yeah.
put some lemon fat snacks into the freezer. It was so good yesterday after the drive home without AC.
Nice.
And Patty says that she found high tea cookies at Costco.
Ooh.
I know that they have them at Target. I mean, sorry, Target.
Yeah, it's called Target.
Libby says hanging in there. Granson is hanging in there. Any prayers?
Okay, we'll pray for you.
Leanne says high tea cookies, biscotti, and almond lemon tea cookies are delicious.
I think I like the lemon tea cookies
See,
the best.
I don't really. Oh, the lemon tea cookies were good. But
Yeah.
the biscotti, I was just like, those are weird.
Yeah, I didn't love the biscotti.
I'm not gonna
but
waste
I
my.
didn't have that relationship with them before.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not gonna waste the available fat calories that I have on that.
Yeah.
So, Candace says I was able to stop after one cookie because I knew a frozen cookie would cool me down, but calories would.
Oh, there
me
you go.
up.
Well, it's funny that you said that Jason Fung came out with a video. I think it was like 2 days ago or maybe yesterday that talked about the temperature of your body and how you have to regulate your temperature. And by putting fuel in, it makes you hot.
I'm not gonna regulate no temperature. You can't make me.
Yes, you will anyway.
Julie says that she's giving up almond flour for the month of July. I
That's
think
a
it's causing
good
joint pain.
idea.
No more high key.
I think that's
Mike
wise
says,
though.
yeah, it's only 80 degrees. I'm disoriented. It actually rained last night. Lots of lightning.
What? Weird.
I love lightning and thunder.
Mhm.
I just love it. Except
when there are fires.
yeah, except when there's fires. Incidentally, so we live in an area that's close to the Jordan River, which connects Utah Lake with the Great Salt Lake. And because of our proximity to that green zone where there's just a lot of dead brush and it's a fire danger, our entire neighborhood is designated as a no fireworks zone. And this year, I think they're really serious about it.
Oh yeah, they sent out a letter in the mail about it too.
They sent out a postcard and they
Emails.
posted a sign that goes into our neighborhood that says, "Look, guys,
you will
don't
be
light stuff
in
off.
trouble
We will fine you."
because
okay.
of the fire danger.
Yes.
That's where I walk every morning. I walk by the river, and there's a lot of
Down
dry.
by the
It's
river.
just dry grass and
Yep.
weeds and animals. We saw a cat chasing a mouse.
I saw a rat chasing a bird on a video,
I
and
thought it was on a video, not in
and
real life.
then the rat didn't notice a car driving up behind it, and the car clipped the rat. It was
Sick.
crazy. Anyway, let's see. Holly says biscotti is great dipped in hot cocoa.
Oh yeah,
All
that
right.
would be good.
Suzanne says the hikey cookies I ordered on Prime Day arrived yesterday in 3 flavors.
Nice.
China says those hikey lemony cookies, can't buy those. An open bag is an empty bag.
Yeah, I like at the trade shows, Heike has the little tiny serving size. I wish they would just make those. They made the bigger bag of cookies that, everybody was asking for that apparently. And I'm like, bigger bag, I want a smaller bag.
Libby says, Chris, you and Keith. He was outside yesterday during that storm. He loves playing in the rain. I like when it's raining hard enough that the the water gutters, the rain gutters,
Fill up.
on the street fill up, and you can make a dam with rocks, and it's coming down so hard that you just don't care if you get wet.
I love it. That too.
It's a lot of fun to play out there. Anyway,
Well,
he
if we
says,
lived somewhere else, that would happen all the time.
yeah,
The reason why we like it is because it
it
doesn't
doesn't
happen all
ever
the
happen.
time.
Yes.
Like, how many times in your life have you gone to the grocery store in a torrential rain? Like, what,
Yeah, it never happens
once a year,
here.
maybe?
He says I had to give up almond flour too. Now he said pork rind panko. It works perfectly.
Yeah, I've been doing that too since you guys have suggested that. So thank you, Heath and Shelley, for that.
Jessica says I love a good lightning and thunderstorm. Hoping our monsoon season brings some good ones this year. The last few years have been letdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Bluto says I probably should resolve to only bake treats, but trying to have some quick options around my daughter.
Yeah, and that's what I keep telling myself, but I'm like, it's not helping me unless I give them to them and say, don't let me see them. Like, help me be successful, children. Oh, sure, Mom, I'll eat them all right now. No, that's not.
Too Crazy Kia says I have the high key cookies for myself, and Joe Ray agrees those high key cookies are dangerous.
They are.
You know what's even worse than that?
Putting them in Keto Chow and eating them like cereal.
Yeah, getting a little cup, putting high key cookies in there, and then dumping some Keto Chow on it. And
Yeah,
a spoon.
I do that. I actually eat less cookies that way because I
yeah.
think it's the mindless getting it out of the bag. But if I take the time to put it in a bowl, put the Keto Chow in it, sit down at the table, put away the cookies, and then I just eat less.
Okay.
So I think it's the whole sit down at a formal setting type of thing that helps me.
Sean says I'll spend more for individual servings for that reason. It's like a stop sign. As opposed, it's an invitation. Yes.
Yep.
Becky says that brain like that happens at least once a week.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
Joe is not a fan of lightning because he's almost been hit several times.
Oh my gosh,
had
that's
two
so
friends
scary.
get killed by lightning when they were officiating.
Ooh.
Yeah, if there's lightning, you shouldn't be out on the field. But sometimes lightning hits before you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Libby says, hey, one bright note in all the gloom of my life, even with it all, I'm still losing weight, down to 88. I'm within 3 pounds of Wonderland. Ooh, still losing during all my stress.
Oh, yeah, because you've had a ton of stress. You're so amazing. I'm so proud of you.
I didn't hear that.
La la la.
Chad says, I live in Florida. We get rain every day. And Joe says, their death is actually what made the schools and park down here invest in lightning detectors.
Oh, wow.
Kathy says, I used to be a cookie master. Can I get cookies? Hoping that says, I love the chocolate Catalina Crunch in my Keto Chow ice cream. Yum. That's good.
Oh, that is good.
Katie says, I ate an entire box of the Hikey cereal last week, but now I have a bag clip so I don't have to listen to but there's no way to seal the bag.
Yeah. You got a bag clip. You're empowered.
You used some Max Mallows with the
Yeah, I made Rice Krispie treats.
And then gave it away so that we wouldn't eat it.
Some of it, yeah.
Shonda says, I use Parmesan cheese and seasoning on stuff instead of almond flour. Really yummy with Montreal chicken seasoning on chicken breast strips.
Nice. Becky
says, lightning sucks. I love the thunder and heavy rain, though. Yeah, Crazy Kyo says it can strike from 10 miles away.
That's so fast.
Matreya says it's storming really hard here. Thunder and lightning was so close and intense that the neighbor's car alarm went off.
Oh my gosh. Well, Chris said he saw lightning like right in front of him the other day.
It was about a mile
during our one rainstorm that we had last week. Okay, I have something to say.
Okay.
Are you ready? Okay, so last night I was watching, guess, The Minimal Mom.
Yep.
Dawn from The Minimal Mom, and she's talking about decluttering as usual. She's talking about doing inventory and all of the things in your house. And she had a little list, and she, like, essentials was one category, and like sentimental was one category, and there were a couple more, and they were all, and she said something about each one. But the one that I wanted to talk about today was your fantasy self. So she said, okay, you've got this craft room with all these crafts in it. When was the last time you did a craft? Oh, 10 years? Okay, well, maybe you need to let go of that fantasy self. You can say to yourself, I love doing crafts. It's not my season to do crafts, and let go of it, right?
You can store it on Craigslist.
Yes. And one thing that she said too was if you can replace it.
Joe Ray wants to know what's her name. It's Dawn from The Minimal Mom. While Miriam's talking, I'm going to get a link.
Mom. Yes. So anyway, she said that, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so The Minimalists is another channel. They said if you can replace, there's a 20-20 rule. If you can replace it with $20 within 20 minutes, so $20 within 20 minutes, then maybe it's okay to get rid of it because it's fairly easy to get it back if you decided, oh, I really need that. Because so often people want to hold on to things because they're like, oh, I'm going to need that. Well, if you haven't used it, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. So that's the 2020 rule, which she doesn't necessarily endorse, but just says that that is kind of a good idea if you want to use that
Was
rule.
it a recent?
It was that home inventory, the very first one right
Okay.
there. Thanks. So anyway, my point is, and she did talk about this also, was with your fantasy self, if you have these clothes that you're keeping because you haven't fit them in 15 years and you want to get down to that size, maybe that's not very healthy. And yes, you should have goals. And if that's something that motivates you to do better and be better, then of course you want to keep them. But if you're looking at those clothes and just feeling guilty, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to fit into those pants, is that healthy? Is that good for you? Maybe visit putting that into a quarantine bin. I've talked about this a couple times because it really resonated with me. So I went through my closet and I put them all into a box. And if I didn't get it out, I'm going to get rid of it. But I haven't had them in a box long enough to miss them. I just can't quite let go yet. But I realize I want to have clothes that I fit into right now that I feel good in. And so I've been focusing on only wearing the clothes that I feel good in. And so if I put it on that day and I'm like, I don't feel good in this. Yes, if I lost 5 pounds or 10 pounds or something, I'd probably feel good in it. But do I want to sit here and look at this piece of clothing and say, you're not good enough to wear me, to myself? Like, I just don't feel like that's helping me be successful. I'm just getting down on myself, and I don't want another reason to do that.
That's why I got rid of all those booty shorts I had.
Oh my gosh. He does not have booty shorts.
Not anymore.
And they aren't pink.
Pink booty shorts. Anyway, sorry.
So it was just something, to think about that resonated with me. Like, your fantasy self, you should still have goals, of course. You'll still have, ideas of what you want to accomplish. But at least with me, if I don't have realistic goals, I'm just setting myself up for disappointment. So if you have a goal weight that's in the future, wonderful. That's a great goal weight. Make yourself some realistic goals in the interim. If you have, a shirt or a pair of pants that's one size too small that you want to make that's your goal pants, but it's not going to make you feel guilty. It's going to, like, I'm real close to getting that. I'm going to get there, that's fine. Put everything else in a quarantine bin. Just do what you need to do to help yourself to achieve those goals with something that's achievable. And mostly I'm just talking to myself, something that's attainable so that you can be successful. And if that being successful is eating a serving size of high-key cookies, right? Like we were just talking about, then, make that achievable. Separate those things out. Be like, I know this is hard for me to not eat the whole bag. I'm separating it into serving sizes and I'm going to write the dates on them. And I'll be like, sorry, that has a date on it. Like, I'm making myself
Do not open before.
accountable and having achievable goals. So I just was thinking about that last night and I thought, maybe let go of that fantasy self and make your fantasy self something that you can get to, and then make your new fantasy self after that, I guess. That's what I'm saying.
Is that what you were watching when I was watching Joshua Bardwell be a complete teenager?
Yeah, that was it.
Actually really funny. So Debbie says I'm going to make mini meatloaves with taco soup base and then top them with sour cream, guacamole, and salsa to make taco-themed meatloaf.
Yeah.
Jerry says no one likes a 2020 rule. 2020 was the worst.
You're right. You're right.
Let's see. Libby says, I love the 2020 rule. I'm totally afraid to get rid of something because I might need it.
Yes.
But that completely works. I watch her all the time. The thing is, though, if I get rid of the Scuzzy 2 Terminator that I purchased back in 1999,
no,
I'm going to end up needing it.
For target practice. So I do like what Chris does with things. He does what he calls a box of fun, and he just puts the random cords and things into a box. And I'm totally fine with that because I know that's a box of garbage
it's
to
fun
me.
Because getting anything out of it takes 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm okay with if he puts stuff in boxes and then that's his thing. It's if I see it all over the place that it drives me nuts. So that's
it's driving me nuts.
Driving me nuts. Your box of fun.
Donna says I have the night off and spending a lot of my day purging and making a craft summer bags for a couple friends' kids.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you.
Becky
That's
says
nice
I should
of you.
purge my super skinny crap. Well,
Me too.
somebody else might be able to use them, so
Well,
donating
and
it
that's
is
the
a
other
good
thing
thing.
too. Like because I tell my kids that I'm like, well, maybe you could, especially when we're decluttering their toys when they were little, not now so much. But I'd be like, well, is there something that you have loved that you want to share with someone else? Is there something that, you can donate that would bring someone else joy? This brings you joy, but if you really want this new thing, like maybe what can you share with someone else? So that's, I mean, the same thing. Super skinny clothes, my body is not the same shape as it used to be.
Yep.
So even if I could fit into it, I might not fit into it the way I used to anyway. And then, like, stomach over here and
Becky
everything in
says
weird
that she also needs
places.
to purge her fat crap too.
Yeah, because you're also holding on to that.
But what if yeah.
And do you want, like, you don't want to spend money if you gain weight, if you get stressed out? Well, try hard to not let that happen. So it's, yeah.
Joe Ray says, I mean, will they even be in style if the clothes are from that long ago? I don't know. I didn't think mom jeans were ever going to be in style.
Yeah,
And
now they're
apparently they're in
back.
style. Like if you had a pair of 1992 mom jeans that were acid washed, that would
Oh
be
man,
the
I
bee's knees
totally
right
had those in 1992.
now. Let's
But
see.
there's no way I could fit in those because I was like 14.
Older Pennsylvania says we do a yearly yard sale in our community every September so people can declutter.
Oh, that's nice.
Is that just where you trade clutter?
Yeah, you trade clutter.
Heather says I have a very hard time getting rid of things.
I do too.
Shauna says I'm making a bag of my too big clothes for our local buy nothing group. People pass around the bag, take what they want, pass on to the next
That's
person.
great. Yeah.
Should be a box because passing a bag is just going to get ripped.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, like to think about when you're thinking about giving stuff away, big clothes are more expensive.
Yeah.
My mom had to order all of her clothes from like Lane Bryant, and they were more expensive because it's more fabric. You have to get them from, it's harder to get. And that was before online shopping. Like my mom never went to the store and bought her own clothes because she never fit into anything at the grocery store, a regular store, whatever. And so she had to catalog, mail order clothes. And so that was more expensive. It took time, and time is money, right? So you could be blessing someone who really does need it if you can get rid of those things.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Brianna says, I have so many clothes that are too small. Joe Ray, I tell myself that everything comes back into style. Suzanne says, thanks for the inspiration.
Oh, you're welcome.
He says, yeah, but Chris, the shorts were great at showing off your legs.
I know, he has nice legs. Booty shorts.
Andrea is on. Welcome, Andrea. Joe Ray says, my smaller clothes are from 2 years ago. It's motivation for me to fit back into my closet. I'm getting closer.
Well, and that's the thing. If you can use those as motivation, then more power to you. That's amazing. I just can't. And I think that's part of my journey, like realizing what I struggle with to make it so that I can not struggle with it anymore. Maybe just be getting it out of my life.
Okay. Becky says, I love purging, let go. Shauna says, Miriam, you're not talking to yourself. You're preaching to the choir. Thank you for the inspiration. Susan says, I've been sending my clothes to Thread Up for them to sell or donate.
That's
I
nice.
may or may not make a little money, but it's out of my house.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Jessica says, what's the most filling fat source for the shakes? I think I tend to be more full if I use heavy cream.
Heavy cream, yeah. But you know what? I think that it's the whole your milk expands in your stomach, and I think that has a similar thing. At least with me, like it kind of makes you feel fuller. Or ice cream.
Yep, you make it into ice cream
because then you're adding the air into that, and it takes longer to eat, which makes it so that you feel full.
It gives your body time to go, wow, we just ate a lot. Debbie says, I keep my goals on a dry erase board so I can see them every day when I start work. As I adjust things to reach goals, I can wipe it away and put new ones up. Repeatedly seeing it visually is key.
I'm so proud of you.
And Older Pennsylvania says, I have a yarn stash, and knitting is more of a fall and winter thing. Then I have bins to keep things organized. I think I have as much Keto Chow as yarn now.
Oh yeah, I just got rid of my yarn because I haven't used it in a long time.
Libby says, Miriam, I like Clutterbug too.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I've been following her for a while.
No. Shonda says, is it possible that your body stops losing weight because it's at a healthy weight? Does that make sense?
That's possible.
So one of the key things, we get asked a lot from people who are like, hey, can I do a ketogenic diet? I don't need to lose weight. I actually need to gain weight. If you eat a proper human diet, your body will go to a healthy weight if that's up or down.
Yeah.
So, and all you have to, you can look at people like Goody Beats or Robert Sykes, um, who have a lot of muscle and do a ketogenic diet. So, yeah, and it is possible that it stops losing because it's at a healthy weight. But if that's not where you want to be, maybe there's some other things that you need to adjust in your lifestyle. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry says one man's garbage is another man's treasure.
Right.
Well, one man's garbage is also another man's garbage. Melissa says, thank you for sharing, Miriam. I always need encouragement ideas. This is truly motivational.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. Shauna says, confession, something I finally tossed out was my cutout messages from the bottom of my Keto Chow.
Yeah, you don't have to keep those. That's garbage.
No.
But it is kind of fun. So.
Heather says, just because it zips doesn't mean it fits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I can't sit sometimes. I'm like,
Joe says, mom jeans are still not in style. No one looks good. Look, if you go on Instagram or TikTok or any of those places where the cool kids hang out,
there are mom jeans.
Mom jeans are absolutely
But I think
style.
it's the higher waist.
Yeah,
it's
not
the
super high waist.
It's not the actual mom fit jeans.
No, it's
because
super
you
high
have
waist.
to have a skinny tummy to have those and have them look good, and you have to be, like 14 years old. So they're really not that great.
I think they actually should be called thumbing your nose at mom jeans.
Yeah.
Let's see. Denise says, I was watching a YouTube channel and the lady got rid of 100 things. So we're going to each donate trash or recycle 100 things this week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Chris Jones is on, says late, but made it to see these lovely faces.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Keto Towers.
Hi, Chris.
Holly says, I went through my scrapbook closet, scapegoat closet. Pick some things to keep and give the rest to my sister-in-law for the kids to do crafts this summer.
That's
and a friend who still does that. I haven't used it in 10 years.
I'm with you. I'm just going through it a little at a time. And I have to make myself achievable goals because I can't look at the whole room and be like, I'm doing that this Saturday, because I just can't do that much at once. So I say, I'm going to do one box.
Becky says, going to the gym has shifted my curves. I have muscle in areas that were flat now.
Nice.
It's a love-hate thing.
Mm-hmm. It's different.
Says, yeah, it was hard, but it feels good at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, it's cathartic to get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Tukurzakio says, Miriam is making me face the truth.
Face it.
Becky says, Joe, you love throwing crap out, or is that Rachel? Holly says, I have acid wash jeans from the 80s, and my kids loved wearing them in high school.
Oh, man.
And then no one else had them. Yeah, it's because they were legitimately yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Blue says, my fantasy self imagines I will look back at old textbooks, but I never do. I always research online now.
I still have all my college textbooks. Hello.
Well, I
historical furnishings, like houses.
I can't get rid of that motherboard. Do you know how much I paid for that Athlon 64 in 2001?
Yeah, was it 2001?
Well, I found a processor the other day and I cleaned it off, and it was copyright AMD 2001. And I was like, wow. I actually do keep the processors because I think that they're cool. I have a stack of them right there.
That's cool, honey.
How much space do they take up? How much joy do they bring me? A lot. See?
That was one of the things on her list was, does it bring me joy? Like, not necessarily that. Enjoy this thing or
when
something.
You're on the phone and you're playing with processor, you're just holding them, and it's like.
I don't say that. Be joyful, but that's okay because we're not the same person.
We're not the same person. Yeah.
I have a Millennium Falcon that brings me joy.
Yes, you do. Shauna says, I have a friend who's needing to either maintain her gain because her health wasn't good and couldn't eat. She now has to do half a shake instead of just yogurt for more nutrition.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Susan says, I've done this for a couple months, but I try to get rid of 5 things.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Jerry says, oh, I've never seen the cool kids. The mom jeans still don't look good. Heather says, I'm happy high waist jeans are back. Annie says, I'm late too. Jed says, one man gathers what another man spills.
Yep.
It fell off a truck. What are you talking about? Lena says, I can't wear low-rise jeans or I'll get a muffin top.
Me too.
Heather says, I'm going to donate some of my yarn to the nursing home.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sean says, I can't do that whole touch it joy thing. It all brings me joy.
I know. That's my hardest part is that if it brings me joy, I don't want to get rid
And
of it.
Mike points out an important thing. Nature abhors a vacuum. The problem with getting rid of stuff is it clears out space to buy more stuff.
Yep, which actually reminds me of another video that I watched this week. Nurse Cindy was talking about how we have to get to the root of the problem. So sometimes if you get rid of stuff, you change your diet, you do all these things, but we haven't actually addressed the root of the problem.
Why?
The problem is a lot of times we don't know what the root of the problem is. We don't know why we're addicted to carbohydrates or sugar or whatever, why we have that pull to, when we're stressed out, go and eat a cake. Like, why do we have that? So it's been really fun to read about the habits and why our brain works the way we do. We have a cue and a reward, and if we can figure out what the cue is, bringing that to consciousness, saying it out loud. Okay, the cue is I'm stressed, and the reward is I'm going to feel better because of dopamine response, because of whatever else reward is. Like, you have to figure out how to replace that, how to change that habit. So get to the root of the problem, because just like what Mike is saying, if you get rid of stuff, you have more stuff. You can buy more stuff. And so if you don't change the way you buy things, you're not going to change the way you get rid of, because you'll just keep buying more things. So I think that's something else that is not talked about as much as should be talked about in our health journey. Like, what is the problem? Say it out loud, figure out what it is, and attack it. So this next week, Chris and I and a couple other people, Lynette, Lori, I think is going to do it, and Rhonda was talking about doing it. We're going to play with protein sparing modified fast. And so I'm going to print out some sheets and get some cookbooks out, and probably this weekend just look over and kind of plan out and be very meticulous with what we're going to be eating, which you'll kind of do your own thing, but we'll probably do a lot together because we hang out a lot together.
I'm a big boy.
Yeah. But I think that some of those things may come to the surface because once you can't have something, you want to have it. And so figuring out what those triggers might be will be really helpful to, identify some problem areas.
Bob's on.
Hi, Bob.
We finally made a decision about magnesium, by the way, Bob.
Yeah.
Matt says we have some old processors with 6 of RAM that he works in an IT office that they use at work. We use them to decorate a mini Christmas tree.
Wow,
I've got
that's
a
fun.
really cool 486DX too.
So can I put a little Christmas tree on your desk and we can hang those things that you're just talking about on the tree?
Nope.
But I like trees.
That's okay. I can choose to decorate myself.
You're right.
Heather says between Phil and Bubba, it looks like a National Guard supply room in my basement. Let's see. Mike says, I'm interested in the protein sparing modified fast results.
Me too.
Mia says, thanks for bringing this up, Miriam. Great motivation. And Donia says, I plan to start this week with at least one day of protein sparing modified fast. I got my macros this morning.
Tell us how it goes for you, because we want to hear.
Okay. Well, we're going to go.
Yeah, we are.
Because this 15-minute live stream.
I've been monologuing.
That's okay. You told me that you wanted to do that more. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining us. And we'll be on again tomorrow. So,
yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.